I know a lot of people are wondering, how does the game simulator, the Microsoft Flight Simulator, perform when you have an RTX 20 Ti, but you may not have a processor that might not be the greatest and latest. In this case here, I'm using an AMD Threadripper on ultra-wide, on mostly high-end settings, with an RTX 20 Ti, and I'm in the cockpit here in Seattle, and you can see that I'm barely getting 19 frames per second. And you can see that the latency here on the draw calls for the CPU is kind of pretty high. And you can see that there is some work done on multiple threads, and I'm sure some of them is because I'm recording on the same machine. But you can see that my main core is unable to drive my GPU here as fast as it can, even though, it is clock boosted at one of the higher setting of what this card is capable of. So I've been sitting on this tarmac for about 20 seconds, and my FPS have been between 18 and 20 FPS. So let's just take off here and see what will happen with my FPS as I take off. Let me just adjust the rudder here. Let's see if we get a better performance out of this. Now this is barely usable. We at the threshold of not even being capable of handling this plane at this moment. Now let's see if it's going to improve as we go up in the sky, as I'm trying to see center line here for a moment. All right, I'm almost at V1. See, the plane wants to take off by itself, which is before V speed. Just gonna trying to control this plane here for a second. It's climbing way too high. But you can see I'm about 16, 17 FPS at this moment as I retrieve the landing gear. This is what you get. And you can see that my GPU is barely being used at this moment. Now, the reason I'm doing this video today is just to show you one thing. All benchmarker, what I've been doing is this. As you can see now, my FPS and my GPU usage has gone up quite significantly. I've gained maybe, 30-40% performance. So it's not a real indicator of what you're going to get out of the sim, because normally you would fly a plane from this. I don't know why. Oh, yeah. Hang on a second. I'm going way too fast here for a second. Okay, so this is what you're going to get out of it. It is flyable, but it's not very good. And this is in the 787 Dreamliner with an RTX 20 Ti. So I think Asobo needs a lot of work on this plane in terms of optimization for people that don't have the i9 at 10,900K. So either way, guys, this was just a quick video on the performance. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I am on Twitch as Fog Mountain. Well, thank you.